Welcome to another episode of Trail Truth Podcast. Just want to start off by thanking God. I got a lot of good news to start off this episode with. As you guys know or have seen, the first two episodes were guests. I just wanted to start off strong and get right to the point. This season is going to be a big one. This season is going to be, filled with guests. It's going to be less of just myself. It's going to be more people with more stories, just to make the message more, global, make the message more diverse, make the message more intense and authentic, because I can sit here and tell you guys about my life every single day. I have so much to tell, but, I think it'd be good to get it from different perspectives and different people and just to show that you can connect with each other through each other's story and each other's, journey of life. Um, the first message that I do want to share is something that kind of, brought joy to my life. Recently, in October when I did take my break, I had a huge blessing come into my life. That blessing was a new career opportunity for myself, and I'm very thankful that I was able to secure and accomplish this goal that I had for myself since I was in college. This definitely has changed my life. It has impacted my life already in ways that I have been waiting and dreaming for. And you guys may say, "Damn, what does he mean by that? He seems like he's doing good." I'm way better financially. I'm way better mentally. I have more time to do things that I love to do. I have more time to see people that I love to see. With my previous employment, I was on call 24/7. So meaning that each day I could get called out to go to work, or in the middle of the night I can get called out to go to work, and that kind of limited me with things as far as coming to record, coming to edit. Um, just going to see friends and family, just doing things that I truly want to do. I couldn't really, the life balance wasn't there. It was more work, work. It was no work-life balance. That's one thing. The next thing is, I took a leap of faith and I started my own brand, just for the podcast and just to put things on a shirt that are motivational for people to see on their day-to-day life. And, if they wear it somewhere else, somebody can see that, they're not only just wearing a shirt, they're wearing something that's a motivational piece. And I really appreciate everyone that did buy a shirt, because the first time that I put out shirts, they sold out. The second pre-sale sold out. And now, of course, when you make that third attempt, it's more of like, just being authentic is more of like a weight. Now everyone's going to buy when they want to buy. And I'm happy with the results, because each day, either I'm getting a notification about a purchase being made, or I'm getting an inquiry, somebody asking questions about the shirt and what can they do with the shirt? Can they wear it here? Can they style it? Of course, I've had people wear it already to different states out the country. I've had people say that they wore it to work out in. I had different people say that they wore it for many different things. But just to talk about that, like, it's something that, I never imagined, and I talked about it in the first episode of season 2 with Alex. I said, I never even imagined myself having a podcast. So imagine myself being up here and selling a shirt with something that I've created. And it means the most that people actually support me and push me through this journey. So, I could sit here and talk about the shirt all day and talk about myself, but I did want to show you guys the actual shirt. So as you see, this is the Black Trail Truths podcast shirt. On the back, I have a motivational piece. I really want you guys to look at this and just actually look at the shirt, because it's not just a shirt. It means so much to me. It means so much to people, because people say they look at the shirt and they just read it and just are able to go into their day knowing that tomorrow is something better. Tomorrow could be something that they learn from. Tomorrow could be something that they can teach somebody else. And of course, I have it in two colors. I have black and white. As you see, I am wearing the black color today. Just felt like today was just all black day. So that's kind of the vibes I'm going with. They do run true to size. If you are large, you can wear a large. If you're a medium, you can wear a medium. It's a regular fit. I've wore this shirt so many times and it still felt comfortable. It's not fading away. Nothing. Everything is great. So just to get, off that topic and just to get into the episode, um, I do want to say this. Since I did take my break, it was over a month break, so I believe it was over 30 days. Didn't lose any supporters. I didn't lose any listeners. I didn't lose anything, not even much of a follower on social media. And I just want to say I'm so thankful for you guys. I'm so proud of you guys for, you know, wanting to listen to something that's good. It's not like I'm just on here giving entertainment. I'm on here actually giving the truth and just speaking to you guys because you guys matter. So I really appreciate you guys for sticking through me through this journey. And it's only the beginning. We haven't even cracked a year yet. We've been going since March. So we still have a long way to go before we make that 1 year anniversary. So I'm just so thankful that people are so loyal to listening to the truth and listening to other people's story. So with that being said, no, that was a little long intro, but with that being said, I want to go ahead and jump into today's topic. Today's topic is going to be very sensitive. It's going to be very truthful and raw and uncut. I just want to get to the point where I feel like everyone may reach a particular time in their life. With that being said, I feel as if, even with myself, because I can speak, this is something that's currently still going on with me that I'm battling because it's not as easy as everyone thinks. It's something that we all deal with. Either we either talk about it or we don't. It's just, let's see if I can really put this into words that is just so simple that it just clicks with everybody. It's just the willing to feel like you deserve things. I'm not talking about the materialistic things like a car, like, like rewards and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about actually deserving things from other people for yourself. Like sometimes, just just thinking in general, sometimes we don't even think we deserve gifts. I've been like that my whole entire life. I feel like um sometimes where I can get to a point in my life where I feel like I'm not where I should be. I feel like it's sometimes in my life where I feel like I should be doing more. And sometimes with that desire of wanting more, it kind of removes me from wanting to seek or just feel rewarded or feel like that people can do for me. Sometimes I get to the point in my life, or even for my birthday that just passed, I felt like people didn't have to give me gifts. You just had to be there. That's what mattered the most to me. You didn't have to physically give me a gift because materialistic things doesn't matter in my heart. You being there, your presence means more than a gift could ever mean to me. I said that to somebody and they kind of stopped me and was like, why do you feel like that? What I mean? You've done X, Y, and Z, all these things you achieved, and you feel like you don't deserve a gift or any recognition. No, I don't. And they said, you're robbing yourself of that joy. And when they said the word joy to me, I thought to myself, like, damn, my podcast is joyful, but outside of that, what other joy do I have? I feel as if sometimes we get joy and happiness mixed together with sometimes we get being happy mixed with being joyful. And it's a big difference because through happiness tends to end when something goes wrong or when the moment is over with. With joy, no matter how dark, no matter how much struggle you are enduring, you're still joyful because that joy is putting all of that misery, all that disappointment to the side and still filling your heart with everything that you truly need in order to put a smile or to do things that you really want to do. Anything that goes in my life, I know I can come in here and record because this is an outlet for me. But if I look at anything else that I do on a day-to-day basis, it's like, damn, am I really happy? Like, am I really joyful? Like, what is going on? And I feel like, I come from a place of lack of stability and I come from a place of scarcity. I do things in a particular way based on the trauma and the experiences that I endured in my life. It's certain things that, I can get up here and say like, oh yeah, I did this, I did that. But it's because I've learned my lesson before. It's not because I had joy in my heart that filled me with faith, knowing that this particular thing may be for me. This particular thing is going to work out. Sometimes I act out of trauma. I act out of scarcity. And a prime example is that is, I had this conversation with somebody before, like, I'm thankful to have a roof over my head in a car, but what I'm about to go with is I'm thankful for all the things that I have. I'm thankful to have a home, but in my home, it's nothing but walls. And you guys would say like, oh, like you probably got a bed, but yeah, I got a bed, got one dresser, I got a TV, and I got a desk. There's no pictures up, there's no celebrations up in my room, there's no decorations in my room, there's nothing but emptiness. And that comes from a place of scarcity because I'm so used to being or I'm so used to having a lack of stability. I'm used to, going through these financial curves and these financial struggles that to the point where it's like, I know that this place may not be my last home. I may have to move again. I may have to do something that, you know, prevents me from spending money on this. And it's not like I don't have the money. It's just like I'm so used to up and leaving because that's what happened to me. I'm so used to being left and I'm so used to moving around and juggling and adjusting. It's like I've never had the chance to actually be comfortable in my own space. This is comfortable in my own space. I can say what I want to say. I can do what I want to do. I can get on here for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's because I have the opportunity. I have that option to do what I want to do. But when it comes to leaving this, is for instance, like at my job, everybody has their desk decorated, and I'm already been there almost 2 months, and they said, "Where's your decorations?" I said, I don't know what I want to put up." They say, "You don't have pictures of your friends, family?" I don't have anything, no hard copies. I got it all on my phone. "You don't have any decorations like favorite team, favorite nothing?" No, I don't. I don't even have that in my own room. This all comes from a place of scarcity and just trauma. And we all have times where we feel like that. We all have times where we feel like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go out tonight because I haven't done this the right way. I don't feel comfortable because I didn't reach this goal. I'm not gonna be, you know, looking how I should look. I'm not gonna be doing the things how I want to do it. In a certain time, that's okay. Like if for instance, if you are having financial issues, that is okay. If you are having other things that, require more of a priority, then that's understandable. But if you have the option to go out and celebrate yourself, if you have the option to be around people that love you, if you have the option to actually go and do things that'll benefit you in a positive way, go do it. I robbed myself of that for years. Literally. Sometimes people ask me to go out, I say no. Why? Because I was so in a moment of trauma and scarcity because it was like my mentality was so weak and it was more of like, Trey, you don't deserve this. Yeah, you getting good grades. Yeah, you got a job. Yeah, you got a car, you got a roof over your head, but you still not doing enough. And for the fact of me not doing enough, it came to the point where like, all right, if you ain't doing enough, you don't deserve nothing. Just sit in your house, focus, find something to do that doesn't involve other people because you're not ready to be around other people. But what makes you ready to be around other people? Why should I have to be, this top gun, this top notch guy to be around other people, especially people that love me and people that care for me? Why do I have to be this top 10 out of 10 version to be around them? Why did I feel like that? Because of the trauma and scarcity. I'm telling you right now, it's moments in our life where we feel like we are not meant to celebrate, meant to laugh, meant to hang, meant to just do things in general. And that's because of the trauma that we're enduring. And ways that we can get behind that or get away from that is just literally understanding and being real with yourself that it's okay. You're gonna have the highs and the lows. You're gonna have the low of the lowest. You're gonna endure things that are so traumatizing and so neglecting that you're gonna come to the point where you're questioning yourself. And I really don't even like saying this, but you may even come to the point where you're questioning God. Why me? What am I doing wrong? How can I get better? And just like I said in the last episode, Robin, everything that you want an answer to is in the Bible. Literally. You can turn to the Bible. You can turn to your friends. You can turn to your family. You can turn to yourself and seek guidance. Because even in today's society, it's like guidance is such a faint thing. It's more of a you do for me, I do for you. Nobody's willing to just give out guidance. So sometimes you have to search within and search something that's already available, something that you don't have to pay for, something that you don't have to beg for. And everything that you want in life, you can achieve, you can do. And you can do that with other people. Another thing is this too, like I come to times in my life where I feel like, even if I'm not where I am, it's like I get cold feet. Opportunities will pop up and I'm saying like, I don't know. A lot of opportunities pop up and say, I don't know. You know what I mean? Cold feet is real. Sometimes you want to jump at something, but your feet so stuck to the ground you can't even move. Sometimes you want to say something, but your lips are glued. Sometimes it comes in a conversation where you're around people that you may have just met, or a conversation that come around people that you love and know, and you relate to something, but you're scared to speak up because you're not where you want to be. Because you can't fully conversate about that topic because you're not where you want to be. You may know a little bit, and to you, a little bit is not worth saying. Where you don't know that a little bit can take you miles and miles away. That's just the reality of life. It happens to all of us. I'm not gonna sit here and say that, it's one person that doesn't happen to because in my heart, I feel like it happens to all of us. We have moments in our life where we question ourselves and we don't feel like we 10 out of 10. But I never heard of somebody having to be 100% to live their life because you can wake up in a bad attitude. So that means you don't deserve to live. You can go to sleep having a bad attitude. So that means you don't deserve to sleep. That means you don't deserve to eat. That means you don't deserve to go hang around family and friends. Like you got to kind of be realistic with yourself. There's going to be times in your life where you reach those moments you saying, damn, man, Why me? Why? Okay, I got no answer why it's me. I got nobody not understanding why I'm staying in the house. Nobody not understanding this. So I'ma just keep doing it. I'ma just keep punishing myself and being this punch bag to myself to where like it's gonna have to force its way out. The way is gonna have to force its way out. That ain't the way to treat yourself. I mentioned it so many times in several different episodes about being a punching bag to ourselves and just keep hurting ourselves thinking that the wounds are gonna come with success. It usually doesn't. You know what I mean? You're supposed to use those wounds that are created from your trauma, your scarcity, and use those to bandage them up and just use it as fuel. Look at the scar as fuel. Don't look at the scar as like, okay, if I did it once, I could do it again. Because why are you putting yourself through a deeper and deeper hole? It's not, it's not something that we should all put ourselves through. It's not something that we should endure. You know, just being vulnerable here, my scarcity comes from financial issues because I never, it was times in my life where I felt like I didn't deserve things. This time in my life where I felt like I was a failure, but that all came from financial issues because I couldn't provide for myself. I couldn't be the man that I thought I should be. I couldn't do things that I should be. I couldn't take care of people that I wanted to take care of. Sometimes I had to watch people struggle. Sometimes I had to watch people endure things that I know in my heart that I wish I could have helped. And it's like, as I get older, as I morph into this man I am now, financially I'm better. Mentally I'm better. But it's still things that where my financial situation that I'm in now, I can't take care of everybody. You know what I mean? And it's like, even when I do take care of people, I don't count favors. I don't count none of this shit because it don't matter. I'm doing that in my heart. And whenever people try to reach back and point at me, I say no. I can count numerous of times I done for people. Numerous. But whenever they want to do for me, I say no. But why? You know? And I feel like that plays into what I was just saying in the beginning. My joy isn't there. Like, I feel like, I replace presents with everything. I feel like, it's cool to be showered in presents, but it's also amazing to be showered in gifts and showered in love. I run away from that because I wasn't used to it. Ask me how many times I got gifts. Ask me how many times I've been rewarded for things that I did that, when I was younger, I looked at rewards because I seen everybody else getting it. I never got that. I never got that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate. It was sometimes in our life where we felt like we achieved something to the highest level. We never got showered with love. We never got showered rewards. You know what I mean? I graduated. You think I got a Benz or whatever? Like, not saying that that mattered. Not saying that I wanted a Benz, but all I wanted was presents. Because I wasn't used to getting gifts. I wasn't used to getting nothing. Presents. Presents meant the most to me because I never had nobody there through my mental struggles. I never had nobody there through these obstacles. But presents should not replace love and rewards from people that truly want to give to you. And that's really what it is. That's really what the point is. And just getting to that point and getting to that level in your life where you should be okay with receiving things because you deserve it. You should be okay with understanding that you're not this I don't even want to say the word, but you're not this bum that you make it out to be. You're actually a great person. You actually deserve things. And that's how I want to end this segment. This episode is gonna be in segments and parts. Um, this is the pre-interlude. This is the interlude to the main episode that's about to come soon. So y'all know how I am with the outro. Gone, and I'll see you soon.